Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you are keeping it safe because that's the most important thing to do for now, keeping it safe. As I said from my previous video, this thing COVID-19, it's real, it's there. Okay, so keep it safe, keep social distance, wash your hands, and yeah, use a mask. Yeah, it's very important. So I'm back with another video, and thanks a lot for watching my last video, the one I uploaded last week, where I was doing a Q&A, where I was answering your questions. And that was part one. Now I'm back with part two. Yes, I'm going to continue from where I left. Yeah, I said there were very many questions. I could not have done, just one video, then it was going to be too long, and I never wanted it to be that long. So I decided to do it, into two parts. So welcome to part two. Yeah, so I have my questions here. And number 23, I remember from the first video, part one, I did number 1 to number 22. So I'm going to number 23. Yeah. And question number 23 is, do you have a family member here in Germany? No. I'm here alone with my kid. I do not have any family member here in Germany. My sisters and my brothers and all my family members, they are back in Kenya. Yeah, that's where they are. Number 24, yeah, it's a very interesting question. So, given a chance to change something about yourself, would you do, and what would that be? Yeah, given a chance to change something about myself, what would I change? I don't think there's something I would change about myself. Um, no, I think I'm happy the way I am. Yeah. When it comes to my physical look, I'm very, very much okay. I'm very much happy with the way I am. So I don't think there's anything I would change about myself. Yeah, maybe if I would, answer this question in another way, something what I would like to change when it comes to my career is it's not even a change. It's just going to further studies. Yeah, and yeah, learn something new. Yeah, go back to school. Yeah, that's something I would like to do, but something I would like to change about myself. No. Number 26 is what is my biggest fear? Wow, my biggest fear. Yeah, my biggest fear is to live a life and not to accomplish that which I was, created for. Everyone has a purpose here on earth, and my fear is to live one day to sit down and say, I wish I knew. I wish I could have done things differently, and not accomplishing my purpose. I think that's the biggest fear I have. Um, yeah, and something else is to to lose myself. Or to go where to go back where I was. Going back where I was, talking about you know being there for you and being able to live a happy life. And also when it comes to things like poverty, I hate poverty. I fear poverty because I come from a very, very humble background then. Yeah, but things now are much better. So then, yeah, and I fear poverty. I fear getting myself to a position where I cannot be able to take care of myself. I cannot be able to take care of my child. That's my fear. That's my fear. To which that's why I work very hard to make sure that I move forward. To make sure that every day I'm making a step forward and not looking, behind, because I would never wish to go back to where to where I come from in terms of poverty. I mean, I think that's my fear. So number 26, given a chance, would you bleach your skin? No. that's that's a big no. Number 27, your biggest regret. Yeah. Um, I have some, but the biggest I have is, I met this person, yeah, who was a very good friend of mine. Um, and this is a person who we would talk about everything. We were good friends. And this is a person who I entrusted with my secrets because we want to talk about everything. I mean, she used to tell me everything about herself. I would do the same, and little did I know that this was not a good person, but it was somehow too late for me because I had opened up to her, and she knew a lot about me, and so she ended up, you know, taking advantage of my loyalty to her, and things did they did go well, and I do regret, opening up to her. I even do regret, making friends or becoming friend to her. And yeah, uh, what she did is something I never thought she would do, for sure, because she turned to be a very jealous person. I never knew of this before, um, but when she realized that I'm doing good in my career, um, yeah, she turned to be something different. I thank God I do not have contact anymore. We do not even talk anymore. She tried to contact me, um, yeah, on Instagram, but I was very, very careful. So, yeah, that is it. That's the biggest regret I do have. Yeah. Number 28, this person is asking, are you a spoiled girl? Spoiled? By who? By who? I'm not. And if I am, then I do spoil myself. Yeah, of course I do spoil myself, but I'm not that spoiled girl. And I do say this, if you spoil yourself by the money you have earned yourself, by your hard working, and then you just spoil yourself, you buy yourself good, beautiful things, then I find it okay as being spoiled by someone else who is not there for you. Being spoiled by, if you have a husband, by your husband or by your wife, it's okay. It's okay because then it's your partner. Yeah. For me, I will spoil myself. Yeah, but I'm not a spoiled girl. I'm not. Nah, I'm not. So number 29, one thing I'm proud about. One thing I'm proud about myself. Yeah. One thing I'm proud of myself is the person I am. Yeah, I'm proud of who I am. I'm a proud of a mother I am. I'm a proud of who I am, just who I am. Because as I said from my first video, is I know I'm a good person. And by the fact that one thing which I did when I came here to Germany is that I was willing to do anything, you know, to make my life, stand, to have a good life. I was willing to go extra mile for that. And what I did, I went to school. Yes, I went to school. And I'm very proud of myself that despite, let me tell you this. When I wanted to go to school or back to school to the college to do nursing, most people discouraged me. Most people told me, you know what, it's not going to be possible. You just came the other day and you just want to go and do such a difficult course. It's not possible. And you're not going to do this course with your mother tongue or English. You are going to do it in the German language, and it's difficult. So you better do something else. You better go outside there and look for cleaning work that will fit you. But going for nursing, it's going to be very hard for you. But I'm very proud of myself because I never listened to them. I never listened to them, and I opted to go and try, because I never wanted someone to tell me it's difficult. And making it worse, people who do tell you that things are difficult, you cannot make it, they're those people who have never tried it. So I was like, why are you telling me it's difficult? You yourself, you have not tried it. Why are you trying to discourage me? And I said, you know what, I'm going there, and I'm not just going to make it, I'm going to make it. It's either I make it or make it. There's no any other option. And I'm so super proud of myself that I did it. Yeah. Number 30 is, how can you tell that someone is a good real friend? One thing, not by their words. Everybody can say everything or anything. It's easy to say, but to follow or to stick by your words, it's very difficult. So a good friend, you'll know him or her by how he acts. They're there because of who you are, but not because of what you have. A good friend is someone who will give but not take from you, or who is there to give you but not to always take from you. A good friend is someone who will tell you the truth, how it is. Someone will sit down with you and tell you whatever you're doing, I do not think it's a good thing. And this person will be telling you from a genuine heart, not because he or she's trying to stop you from doing that good thing which you're doing, but he or she's trying to make you aware of some of the things which you are doing, and they're not good. Someone who will always be there for you when you need them. Good friends when you are in need or when you are in trouble. That's when you get to know who is your good friend and who is not. Because many friends, the so-called friends, they will be there as long as there's something they can take from you. As long as things are good, things are rosy, they'll be around you. But the moment things go south and you need them, they will disappear. Yeah, they will disappear. So to know a good friend, you'll know them when you have a problem, and that's when you see whether they will be there for you to assist you. Number 31, and now this question was asked by very many people. Is it possible for you to host me and get a job for me there in Germany? Yes, it's a very good question. These are two questions in one. The first question is, can I host someone here in Germany? Yes, I can. Yeah, I have all what it takes to host someone. I can do that. Yeah. Now, the second question is whether I can get a job for you. So, you need to understand the protocol of this country and how it works. Being in this country does not mean that you can then automatically start working. It doesn't work that way here. You have to have a working permit. Yes, you have to have this working permit from the government for you to be able to work. So, and that's the most difficult thing to do, to get a working permit. By the fact that you went to school and you are capable of working, and you know how it goes, doesn't mean that when you come here in Germany you automatically start working. No, you have to have a working permit. And something else is that here they do not believe in experience. No, they believe in papers. So what I mean is that you have to produce your paper. You cannot tell them, where I was in Kenya or where I was, name it. I used to work in a supermarket and I've worked there for 5-10 years. I have enough experience. They will ask you for papers. Show us where you went to school. They do not believe in experience. They believe in papers. And with a visiting visa, you're not allowed to work. You're not. Yeah. So number 32, why don't you give people your phone number? Hey, why? You have never asked. Okay, but then let me be honest. My phone number, it's a private thing, yeah. And I cannot just go out there giving everyone my phone number. It's not possible. It's not. But then if you think you need my number for a good reason, then I'll give you. Yeah. Inbox me. I'll give you. Yeah. Number 33. Do you have a pet? No, I don't have one. And if I had to go for one, I would go for a dog. Yeah, I would go for a dog. But for now, no, I do not have any. Number 34. Do you take alcohol? Um, I took my first time to take alcohol was at my 30th birthday. Yeah, and I had invited my best friends, and they were there. And yeah, I took a sip of wine, red wine. Um, that was my very first time to take alcohol at my 30th birthday. So as I said, I took a sip of wine and never tasted that bad. And yeah, and then another second time is we went for a party with my working colleagues from my station where I work, and we went for dinner together. We were very many of us there, and one of my friends, or one of my colleague, wanted that I taste something, and he kept telling me it's a good thing, I'm going to make sure you taste it. And I was like, no, I'm not an alcoholic girl, I can't take alcohol. And he was like, it's not bad, it's not bad. So when we were there, he ordered for me a small glass. And no, this is funny. He ordered a small glass, it's very small, and it came together with a piece of lemon. And so so my colleagues were out there, and they wanted to see what I'm going to do, and they were telling me what to do. So everyone was telling me I have to put small lemon on my hand, and then put small salt, and then take this small glass, drink everything, and then have to lick the salt which is on my hand together with the lemon, and then eat the lemon. So that's how I understood everything. This was so funny. So we are there, and everyone is looking at me. Yes, see how she's going to do it, and everyone telling me, take, it's not that bad. So I was there holding, and everyone was holding a small glass, and so I had to drink very fast, take everything, swallow, and yeah, go ahead with the salt. And there was, so I took everything. It was bitter, so I swallowed everything very fast, and I forgot to take the salt. So what I did, I took the piece of lemon and I put all of it in my mouth, and I started chewing it. And everybody, I'm telling you, they all went down with laughter. They laughed at me. Even to date, they do laugh at me because of that. And I was like, what was I supposed to do? You told me to take the lemon at the end. What did I do? And even today, as I say, they do laugh about that. So I came to realize that this small thing, it's called tequila. It's something like schnapps. From there, no. From there, not again. No, it wasn't my thing. Never tasted good. But a glass of wine, I do take. Now and then, but most of the time I do take for the alcohol-free wine. Yeah. Number 35, which is that one very difficult thing you have ever gone through in Germany? Yeah, difficult thing I've ever gone through here in Germany. What's that now? What's such a very difficult moment? I think the most difficult moment ever gone through here in Germany was when I was new here. When I was very new here. The first few months was very difficult for me. Simply because of homesickness. I missed my people back home, and the second thing is because of the weather. I came here in January, and that was winter season. In Kenya, it was going to 30 degrees, 35 degrees, and here in Germany we were having minus 15 to 20 degrees minus. Yeah, so you can imagine the change of weather. Yeah. It was so hard for me. It was so difficult for me. Something else, I was there with this family where I was living, and I never knew where to go and buy something, where to go and get something. And this family, they used to eat a lot of seafood. Yeah. and I never wanted to eat that. I cannot eat that. So it was difficult for me to get something to eat because I never knew where to go and buy what, you know. But I think it's simply because I was new, I was new. I just new somewhere. You don't know how to express yourself. The language was still, a huge thing for me. So I think those the first 3 4 months were very difficult for me because of the reasons I just explained. Yeah. Number 36. Have you ever had a dark moment in your life? Yeah, a dark moment in my life, yeah. And that was back in 2012. Um, that was almost 1 year after I came here in Germany, when I received a call from my brother. It was yeah, around, and it was at 10 in the morning, and my brother had to tell me that my dad is no more. And at this moment, everything just shut it down. I could not think straight. I started asking myself, you know, very many questions. Yeah, and I'm fine, and all what I had in my mind, or the most vivid image I had was of my dad at the airport crying because I'm going. I remember my dad he cried seeing me going. And that was the most vivid picture I had. And now comes my brother, and he is telling me, you know what, my father is no more. And that was after a very short illness. He got sick, and within a period of 2 weeks, he was no more. And I remember our last phone call. He was in the car. It was at night, and they were going to the hospital. And he told me, I went to a local hospital, and they referred me to a bigger hospital, and that's where we're driving to. And in the hospital, I could call, but my brothers would tell me, uh, you cannot talk with him now. He's not feeling good. He's not feeling fine. Just wait, you know. And then after that, they told me that dad, he's now at home, but we're going to go back tomorrow again there. After he was admitted in the hospital for 1 week, they went home, and then after that, now the following morning when the day he died, this morning that morning, he was to be taken back to the hospital. And that evening, I called my brother, and he told me, Jane, I'm happy that my dad is now, he's sleeping, so let's not wake him up. Let him sleep, please. And I was okay, let him sleep. Then I'll call him tomorrow morning, because then he's going to the hospital tomorrow early in the morning. So I will just talk to him. But the call I received from my brother is that he's normal. And I think that was the darkest moment in my life. Yeah. And then 2 months later, something else also happened. This time was then my mom. I received a call from my auntie, the sister to my mom, telling me that, you know what, your mom has been sick. And I was like, yeah, I know, she's sick now. How is she doing? What's the problem? What is the disease? Have they gotten? What's up? What are the doctors saying? And my aunt told me that she's normal. And that is 2 months after we buried our dad. And then came our mom. That was the darkest moment of my life. And yeah, it's very sad. Yeah, that was it. So number 37, which language do you speak at home with your son? At home we do speak German, yeah, and also English, but most of the time we do speak German language, yeah, most of the time. But he's speaking now, he's trying to pick some words in English, and he's doing good, yeah, he's doing good. So number 38, you are a very motivated person. Where do you get this motivation from? Where I get this motivation from? um you know what, I have people around me who are my source of motivation. You know, I do say this: if you stay around people who are doing better than you, or people who are where you want to be, yeah, so they motivate you, they pull you up to be with them where they are. You know, so you have to have those people who are where you want to be, and then you make them your friends so that they can help you, you know, go up to where they are. So I have such friends, and they do motivate me a lot, yeah. And something else I've learned to motivate myself, yeah. You know, nowadays, if you wait for someone to come and tell you, wow, congratulations, well done, you did it well, keep moving, keep pushing, you might never find one. No, you have to learn to motivate yourself. You have to learn, you know, to say well done to yourself, you know, because nowadays people are just there to demotivate you. They're there to show you how things are hard, how things are difficult, how it is hard, how it can never be, a lot of impossibilities, a lot of negativity. So you have to learn to motivate yourself, yes, and to say, you know, well done to yourself when things go well. And you have to learn to, you know, to wake up, dust yourself, and move on, yeah. Number 39, my favorite quotes. Number one of my favorite quotes is, if you don't like something, change it. Yeah, it's you to change it, because it's you who knows how you want it to be, and it's you who do not like it. So it's upon you to change it. Number two is that happiness is not by chance, but by choice. You have to choose to be happy. Number three is, what we think is what we become. Yeah. So if you think negative things, that's how it's going to be. And if you think positive things, that's how it's going to be. So it's upon you. Number 40, what are those things you love most about the country you live in? Yeah, things you love most about this country. I'm going to do a video about that one. I've done a video about things which I do not like about Germany. Yes. So if you have not watched, please make sure you do so. And I'm going to do another video. That's a whole video of itself. And I'm going to do a video about that, about those things I love most about this country. Yeah, I'm going to do a video about that because there are many things. And so that's a whole video. Yeah. This is now the last question, and I saved it for to be the last because this was the most asked question. Yeah, and it was, are you married? So many people want to know whether I'm married, and the answer is no, I'm not. And in connection to that, there was someone else who was asking whether I'm engaged. No, I'm not. I'm not. And yeah, that is it. So guys, thanks a lot for watching this video, and thanks a lot for the questions. Yeah, it was just fun answering them, and I say a huge thank you. I appreciate you for taking your time to, you know, to write down those questions. I got most of them from Facebook, yeah, and it was just fun, you know, reading them and answering them. I say a huge thank you for taking your time. So I say goodbye for now, and remember to keep it safe, social distance, use a mask, and wash your hands. Don't forget to do that. It's good for all of us. Goodbye. See you next week with another video. Stay blessed. Thanks a lot.